whole point was to get on this podcast. Now that we've done that, we don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah, congrats. You
Lord.
peaked.
Awesome.
Today we had on the North Valley Property Group. You may have seen these guys on Instagram and TikTok because they have the most viral videos in all of real estate, hitting over 100 million views on just one video across all platforms. Find out how they come up with their content, the keys to trend jacking, and why they don't only focus on making videos about real estate.
The Broke Agent presents Over Ask Podcast.
Today we have, is there 4 of you or 3 of you in the North Valley group?
There's 4.
There's 4 of us.
Yeah.
There's 4, but 3 in a lot of the videos, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Majority of the videos, I'd say.
Okay, so you guys are like, we've never had someone quite like you and your group on the podcast. You're realtors, but not all your content is necessarily real estate related.
Yeah.
Pretty small.
We started out with it exclusively real estate related.
Yeah.
We got kind of boring. I don't know. You guys
Right.
are pretty entertaining with the broke agent stuff, but we're just not that good. So we started branching out a little bit.
Not that
Well,
good. 55 million views on one Instagram reel would say otherwise.
Yeah, it's
It wasn't
insane.
about real estate though.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's interesting because Eric and I talk about that all the time, like branching out. So I actually would love to get into that right away. Like, how did you branch out? Because when you're niche in something like real estate, don't you feel like the algorithm almost like, or your followers want to see that real estate stuff? So how did you branch out to the fact like where more people than just realtors wanted to watch your content?
So when we first started, we were making videos and we felt like all we were getting were realtors, but we wanted to get in front of like clientele in our local area. So we were thinking like, this is entertaining for real estate agents. But we were hoping that we would make stuff that would just keep us at the top of people's minds that knew us. And so that was kind of the approach. We're like, okay, if we're bored watching it, let's not do that. So all the real estate agents around that have social media presences, not globally, but like locally in our market, they're all just so boring. So we were thinking, we don't want to do that. So that's when we started.
Not all of them, just in case some of them end up.
They're listening to this right now.
There's a couple of them. I'm not going to throw out names that.
Say the names. Let's expose them and destroy their brands. So give us a little background too. So 3 brothers, correct?
No, I married their sister.
Just kidding.
so
Right, of course.
This guy's brother-in-law. Me and Ryan, the redhead, are brothers.
Got it.
Yeah, and then Kurt, he makes an appearance every once in a while in the videos. That's our father.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, it's your dad. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then what were those first videos like? Like, what was your first content? Was it all 3 of you in the video at once? Were you making it individually? Like, walk us through that process.
We started off with a lot of I would say some of our first videos were property tours, and so we bought a gimbal, and we were kind of going with just throwing some music over it and speeding up throughout the process and making it like one solid video, but speeding through and kind of showing off the highlights. Then we at that point we started like getting us just kind of in the beginning of it. And then I don't know, some of our first like videos
Started graduating to skits where we'd have like 2 or 3 of us either doing something. A lot of it, we didn't do a lot with our own voices. We still don't do a ton with our own voices.
Yeah.
But we would have like a sound or something that we thought we could turn into a skit or make funny. And so we'd put 2 or 3 of us in there.
If you're familiar with, I'm sure you guys are, That Mortgage Guy. Scott. Yeah. So we, shout out to Scott. He gave us a good amount of inspiration in the beginning, just like a lot of the stuff that he was kind of doing, which I find was like a lot of music and then like tying in, some of the words of the music to just like the theme of the video that you're doing. So I would say those are like the 2 directions that we kind of ran with was property tours and, some skits, mainly using music. Kind of how we started off.
Yeah. You guys are like live memes pretty much. At this point, like, you're like trending, you use a lot of trending audio, but then you act it out really well. Like one of the last ones you just did, actually someone in my market did it as, I think it was one of the last ones you did. Yeah. The performance one, when your boss says bonuses are based on performance.
Oh yeah. That one.
People in my market. Yeah. That one seemed to have crushed.
So how a lot of these TikTok trends go is like, did you see that video first or was that your original idea? Because I've seen a lot of people rip that video off And I mean, you guys got 55 million views on Instagram from it. So walk us through like what happened with that and what you do with that virality once you get it.
So with that video, we found it was done by somebody else, and we just gave it our own little twist. And of course, there's more of us. So when I think the original video was a boss and 2 people that we saw, and we found the video and we did some similar dance moves and then just kind of added our own stuff towards the end. But yeah, I mean, so we took somebody else's idea and ran with it. And I think what did it end up getting? You guys probably know better. I haven't looked. I think it's 50,
I know it was
50 plus on Instagram, and then at over 40 on TikTok. So it was kind of crazy to just see our, like, because we've had a lot of other videos do well, but not that well. So watching the growth just from that one video alone across both of our platforms. And honestly, it did pretty decent on like that, and a couple of videos have done pretty decent on Facebook. So it's been kind of fun to watch the growth over weeks.
Virality, I don't even know if I said that word right.
That was good.
Basically a doctor. Our whole point was to get on this podcast. Now that we've done that, we don't know.
Perfect. Congratulations. You
congrats.
Reached the upper echelon of real estate
You've
kingdom. Exactly.
All downhill from here, folks.
Exactly. All right. If you're listening to this, this means you care about real estate marketing. You care about becoming a better agent. And that's exactly why you need to join our new platform, BAM X. We have monthly courses for our members, including my Instagram course. It's the best in the game, objection handlings, green screens, captions, and more. You also get access to our exclusive private community for literally a frappuccino a month. If you're listening to this and you're an agent, this is an absolute no-brainer. Use code OVERASK for 10% off. There's a link down in the description. Become a member of BAM X. So you get 55.7 million views on Instagram. What are you doing from like a real estate perspective to capitalize on that momentum? Or is that not really the focus with a video like that? Like I would think if I posted something like that and I'm seeing it shared maybe 1 million times, that thing got shared. Are you posting stories about your real estate business? Are you collecting emails? Like how are you capitalizing on that momentum for real estate?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So that's like, that's the money question, right? So
yeah,
one of the things that I think, because we've been able to stay busy enough in like our own local market here, and we've been focusing a lot over the past year just on like growth, like try to grow the platform as fast as we can. One of the things that we want to implement and really like do in the next couple weeks is just try to figure out how to kind of just grab a lot more referrals, like build our business on and get referrals, and not so much, keep it local. So we want to work on a landing page. We want to be able to kind of put it in front of our audience once a week, just saying, hey, one way you can support our business. So we need to grow that out a lot. We are in the process of working on some systems that can do that.
I'd say that a few of us have ADD, so it's hard to, maybe not diagnose, but it's hard to focus on something and get it to completion. So I would say there's a lot that we haven't capitalized on with the videos. I feel like we've gotten this attention and we haven't really mastered taking that and getting real estate business from it. Like we have had a little bit, but there's a lot on the table, I think, and we're hoping to tap into that a little bit more. Like he said, we've kind of been focused more on just the content creation, and that takes a lot of our time, and so we haven't been focused on growing the real estate business as much, but we want to tap into that a little bit and try to capitalize a little bit more. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, you guys are sitting on a gold mine right now, right, Matt?
Sitting on a gold mine is for sure. And you have realtors and just like normal people looking at your page, so that's like the best kind of the normies. You have both, just like potential clients and then agent referral, which I think a lot of people kind of look past, because agent referrals are actually huge for me, because most of my followers are just agents, and a bit of, it's probably like 85-15 or something. I've completely made that up, but probably somewhere in that realm. So, but yeah, absolutely. And at least you like we get a lot of people on here and they spew some fucking nonsense. Like I just spewed like, yeah, 90% of my business comes from here. At least you're like, listen, we haven't done it yet, but we're working on capitalizing it. I think people are going to appreciate that. And you're going to. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And it's cool that to see that you're actually going through those motions to see how you can like capture these leads now.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, as a group, we've talked about a lot, like because the bigger the platform gets, the more reach we can get. We obviously just more doors are opened. And so not only working with, like we've talked a lot and we've done brand deals, and we want to continue to doing brand deals, because real estate, obviously there's ebb and flows, right? Like the last couple of years is a perfect example of like how the market can change so drastically. So being able to work with brands and do brand deals and stuff like that, because, using our audience, we have that side of it. But we also, of course, want to be able to run with the referral side as well. But we definitely need to work on our systems and come up with a landing page. And I feel like, there's probably people like yourselves that we could talk to and figure out, better ways to do
we're
that.
just kind of fumbling around, figuring it out as we go.
Yeah, we need to talk.
We should do a consulting sesh with them, Matt. I feel like we could get you guys so many emails and leads. Just like the fact that you have one video that 55 million on Instagram, 40 million on TikTok, and then probably another million or so on Facebook. That's 100 million views, which is probably the most viral real estate video that I've ever heard of, even though it's not even a real estate video. The most viral video made by real estate agents. Even just in those comments on Facebook, you could comment a landing page to your email list, just saying like, by the way, we're realtors. And I've seen you do that in some of the, I don't know, the Instagram comments, but the captions, you will say like, by the way, we're realtors. And then you put your contact information, but rarely do people actually click on that on Instagram. On Facebook, if I ever have a post that's going viral or doing well, I'll comment in there something that I want to plug, whether it's the email list, a link to BAMX, a link to the podcast, something like that. Cause so many people are reading the comments. So you could put a link in your caption or in the comments to at least like just start getting emails or something.
What do you think? What do you think the issue is? Like, do you think that not enough people know that you're realtors, or that you're just not capitalizing on, or like a bit of both?
Probably a little bit of both, but I would say
a lot of it is us
not actually
trying to do stuff.
formally going, chasing after it.
So how do these? Tell us about these brand deals, because we do a little bit of that as well, except it's on, it's trying to reach realtors. So I assume yours are kind of more broad based, since a lot of your followers are not just real estate agents. So is this you reaching out to brands reaching out to you? How much are they paying you? Like, I'm super interested in this stuff.
So we've done a handful of deals. We have reached out to people. We've had people reach out to us. A lot of times people just send us crap in the mail and like just want us to throw something up. And sometimes it ends up being something that's cool and we're interested in. Sometimes it's kind of weird, which we appreciate. They're trying and they're not charging us for it. From the deals that we have done, we've had the prices range from like a few $100 to do like something small, like a story, up to
I think so
a few $1,000, just depending on what the content is. So like one of them was real estate related. We did one for a mortgage company, guaranteed rate. I think we did one for that, and they paid us a little bit for that ad.
The highest that we had somebody who agreed to doing for one video. It would go on both platforms. We ended up actually choosing not to go with it, but it was $16,000 for one video. Both just posted to both platforms. Chose not to. Just didn't feel like it was gonna work. And
that was the real estate one.
It was real estate related.
I don't know if we're supposed to name them or not, but
name them.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
I can't think of their name. Open Door, yeah.
Classic, yes.
Yeah. We know them well.
We looked into it a little bit, and we were like, I don't know if we want to be associated with this.
They've been doing a major outreach campaign, right, Matt? Like you got a DM about it. They emailed us about it. Go ahead, Matt.
No, yeah, but it's good to know, because we're very picky as well with, you need to know what's right for your brand and for your audience, because very quickly your audience will kind of back up and be like, oh, whoa. Like we need to be excited about whatever we're promoting and actually like the product. Yeah. If we're not, we're just like, pass. I don't care how much money it is. Like, we've built our entire audience off being like authentic and honest to them. Yeah. And we're not just going to, do that for a couple grand.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
16 grand maybe, but I don't know. Not for a couple.
Yeah, Eric will retire for 16 grand.
Yeah,
but
everybody visit Open Door. Yeah, I will. Visit opendoor.com right now. Do not hire agents anymore. Just go through Open Door and let them digitally flip it
Yeah, I know.
themselves.
It's kind of the audacity of them, huh?
Yeah,
to
reaching out
message
to
realtors
realtors.
about that.
Yeah, I
Classic.
didn't even know who they were. I should, because I should pay attention better. But I was like, oh yeah, they want to do this, and then they told us what they did, and we were like, oh, we don't really want to do this. Just throw out a high number, and then they didn't even counter. They were just like, go for it, and then we were like, oh, okay. And then we looked into it a little more.
Yeah,
and
I
we were
mean,
like,
at that point, we're like, we should do our research and just see, like, exactly, because like what they're offering currently, like they're trying to do an outreach program, like you're saying, like working with agents, and currently what they're offering, it makes sense. I mean, maybe special situations for specific agents who are looking for like cash offers for their clients, and it's gonna be hard to get a loan. But I don't know. Based on our research, it just felt like I don't know, it's just like one of those programs that they could easily just. Currently, they're offering this to agents, but it seems like once the market shifts and changes, they'll probably just remove that and go back to what they were doing before, which is not exactly working with agents.
Did they want you to do a video on Open Door or kind of like organically plug it through a funny video?
It was more like a video on based on.
they
we didn't
they
get
were going to
super
give us a
into it.
lot of. They said they would give us a lot of
Creative brain.
Yeah.
brain, yeah.
Right.
But it was more of a plug for Open Door and
Yeah, I
just
think they wanted more of
encouraging
an ad.
agents, because we obviously have a lot that follow us, encouraging
Right.
agents to use them as a valid option for cash offers. And I don't know, again, it may work for some people, but for us, it just didn't make sense. So and like you said, like sticking with what our brand is.
Yep.
I don't know, that was one of them. We've also done some apps. Fishbowl is one of them.
Yeah, what is Fishbowl? I see this on a lot of kind of meme accounts too.
It's Fishbowl is basically a place where you can go and
Go talk crap about your employer.
Yeah,
That's what I thought it was.
About your employer, and just kind of figure out, if you're gonna apply to a job, go and educate yourself beforehand.
It's like it's an anonymous like forum where they can be verified that like they work for a company, but then like you can say stuff without getting in trouble, because there's just like a way to get some inside information. A lot of people, when I was doing accounting, a lot of people did that for like the big four public accounting firms, like just getting to know what it's like, what the culture's like, what what people are
Right.
doing.
So it's like Glassdoor kind of, except
Yeah,
completely
kind of
anonymous.
little more. Yeah, it's a little more interactive, I'd say. I don't know. I haven't used Glassdoor a ton except for looking up like salary information, but
Right.
people leave reviews. But this is a little more like a forum string where you can chat, leave stuff.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one of the things that we liked about it is just the transparency. And
Yeah, it's a good way to
Given
find
that-
out stuff.
giving that to people who are looking into applying for certain jobs and stuff. So
Yeah, it's kind of hard to go ask somebody questions you might want to know an answer to in an interview setting unless you know somebody there. But here, you can go, you can ask
So are
questions.
you guys doing a Fishbowl ad right now? It sounds like you guys.
Yeah.
I think
there you go. We'll see if they can pay us for this.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we don't
Um,
reach
yeah.
out to enough brands.
yeah.
I
So
know.
we've kind of felt like that as well. We've been reaching out to quite a few. We ended up
Started doing that a little bit more.
hiring an agency to take a cut to hopefully bring us more deals. That we just did that recently. So they've only brought us one thing so far that's been pretty small. So we'll see. We're kind of feeling that out, seeing how it goes, and then see what we can get on our own as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the real estate business is kind of new to the whole influencer world, and everybody's
Yeah.
kind of figuring out right now how much to get paid for certain stuff. Like how much
Yeah.
should an email cost? How much should a podcast sponsorship cost? Because it's kind of new ground.
Yeah.
That
I'm sure
people
you
are breaking.
guys are definitely experiencing. I mean, like basically just finding it out for yourselves, because there's not a ton of people doing what you're doing.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot more now, but I don't think a lot of agents are doing as many brand deals. But it sounds like, I mean, you guys are really focusing on the content aspect. So how do you come up with all these ideas? Is it like, are you scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and hearing the audios and then writing down like, hey, this would be a good one to do? Like, how do you plan it all out?
Yeah, so I would say we definitely are doing that. I mean, trying to see what Instagram and TikTok is pushing, what's viral right now, what are some of the the audios that are working really well. So we use that a lot. We like to throw obviously our own stuff. I'm sure you guys have seen some of our chair videos. So I would say definitely using TikTok and Instagram quite a bit to come up with our content. And then coming up with words. Oftentimes, one of the things that me and Ryan do a lot of it. We experiment with our stories on Instagram. We'll throw up some of like the words because you can find memes all over the place, right? So throwing up some of our memes, seeing what's actually working with our audience, like what they're actually sharing, what they're engaging with, what they're commenting on, using it in our story. And then sometimes we'll take very similar words to that, very similar themes to what's found inside the memes and put them inside of our videos, and use some of the popular sounds that are going off on TikTok and Instagram. So I would say that's probably, I don't know, 75% of what we do is finding stuff on those platforms that is actually working, and then try to give it our own twist. And then I don't know what the percentage is. What would you say that we actually try to like twist back and be like, hey, this is a real estate. You know, we probably do like
percentage. I know that when I try to contribute, I go scrolling for ideas and then I immediately get distracted and I'm just watching funny videos and I'm no longer helping. So
yeah, you can go down that rabbit hole real fast.
I was going to say that happens, I feel like, to all of us, right? It's easy to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I like finding stuff though. If it makes me laugh, I feel like there's a higher chance that it'll be something somebody else likes. So saving enough of those, I throw out not a lot. I throw out ideas here and there. Occasionally one is like, hey, we could probably do something with this.
Yeah.
Like, and people need to understand that, like, you don't just have to look. So if you're a realtor, you don't just have to look at other real estate content. Like, go on TikTok and like even someone's, observation of, sitting at a red light, like that you could find that and twist that into something real estate related, or like, they could say one line, you don't have to take the whole thing, but it's like, always think, and that's what Eric and I are always doing, like, how can we make this into a real estate joke for us? I mean, you guys have a bit more freedom because you don't have to make everything into a real estate joke anymore because you're smarter than us and decide to pivot.
They say the riches are the niches, so we'll just explore out here in Broadland.
Well, if you want to go back to the niches, just go on the Broke Agent page, use all of those memes, and then use those as your titles for a lot of these videos, right? Like if you want to do more real estate specific stuff or sprinkle one in there every now and then, you got a content bank of thousands.
We did definitely do some of that. Like in the beginning, because I don't know, like a year and a half ago, I remember going to your page and we definitely used some of your stuff just to kind of like spark some of our ideas when it came to because when we started this off, like 95% of our stuff was like real estate specific. Yeah. And we tried to branch out of that. But again, like I would agree with what you said, Matt. Lots of times it's like if you find somebody that you find that's funny, other influencers that are just funny, they're not related to real estate at all. You can take a lot of their ideas and give it your own twist. And so it's like finding a video, find something that resonates with you, like Cody is saying, that you find that's funny, and find a way to give it your own little twist. And I say like that's what we try to do with all of our videos. It's like we find something that we think is funny, we share it as a group and go, okay, how can we make this funny and relate to what we're, relate to us, relate to the type of content that we've been putting out, which is work related, family related, sibling related. Sometimes I guess to say
it's not related to anything, and I'm wearing some ridiculous T-shirt that I didn't want to, but
that's true. That's true.
Okay, so something I hear agents complain about all the time is that online leads are complete trash. They're not converting. They're not responsive. So let me let you in, Matt, on a little secret. Boomtown was literally designed to overcome those challenges. They know that online home shoppers are further out from transacting, maybe 3, 6, 12 months down the road. So Boomtown actually nurtures those leads for you using proven, automated, smart drip campaigns.
And beyond that, Boomtown also monitors your entire database of leads for behaviors that indicates readiness to transact and then engage them for you at exactly the right time. You see everything, everywhere, all at once? Yeah, it's kind of like that, except it's you that's everywhere. And there are no hot dog fingers, Eric. Okay, you know a little bit about hot dog fingers. Yeah. So if you're ready to grow your database and have your transactions steadily increase, visit boomtownroi.com/overask. Plus, get $750 in free digital advertising credits. That's boomtownroi.com/overask. Yeah. Is there like a grunt of the group where you're like, you have to do this? You're always the one who, oh yeah.
I feel like I just have a bad attitude sometimes. I don't want to do stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we try to
I
share
disagree.
the burden in terms of like the things that we don't want to do. We try to share that pretty equally. I feel like for the most part, maybe you disagree.
I don't know.
Now,
What?
I do want, before we move on, I want to get into like, cause you're a team. So I think this is a really good, like, for like team or brokerages who are running a real estate page. I think your page is like genius to look at for ideas where like a group of people can do creative content, funny content, because a lot of it's like, someone like me who's just a solo person who's doing it, or there's a lot of that, but there's not a lot of like groups of people doing it. How do you have, like, when you have ideas, is there like, do you all have to be on board, or how do you like do the idea? Like, can one of you be like, nah, I don't like this, but you do it anyways?
So I feel like first of all, we all get along really well. And I feel like we're all pretty giving in the sense that if two or three of the other people are excited about something, I feel like the third or fourth will be like, all right, we'll go along with it, even though we don't want to make a dumb T-shirt and put it on. Like, we'll still do it because it's like whatever.
Video, but we recently posted one where he had to wear
a child's T-shirt.
A child's T-shirt.
Ridiculous.
But
so I feel like, yeah, we kind of group up and we pitch ideas, and then like if everybody likes it, it's easy, we go along with it. And then if I have reservations or somebody has reservations, if everybody else is kind of fine with it, then usually you just kind of go with it. We're not doing anything crazy that we're like, no, like I will not do that, or at least we haven't gotten to that boundary yet.
Yeah.
So
if he tries to kiss me, maybe I'll.
Yeah. You would like that. Another thing, just adding on to that. So as a group, we try to come together in the morning, have a meeting, and say, okay, here, everybody throw out two ideas, share your idea as a group, and then after we've shared, we have 8 additional ideas. We throw them up on this our really fancy whiteboard right here.
Super secret.
There it is.
Wow.
Nice.
There it is. I know. It's,
Nice.
Pause it. You can steal their ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Flip the camera around again.
Yeah, you gotta be able to decipher what it actually says. But we write down our ideas, and then as a group kind of just be like, okay, what do we think, that's up on this board? What do we think is like the funniest? Like what's gonna resonate best to our audience? And that's like how we go about like kind of creating. So everybody comes every day with ideas. We throw the ideas on and some of them get pulled, some of them get trashed. But it kind of gives everybody a voice, like, hey, these are my ideas. And then we get to vote kind of as a group on which way we want to run, what videos we want to do for the day.
So you have a designated brainstorm session, then do you film every single day and post content every single day?
Yeah, so we're not
Most of the
super
time.
great about batching. We try to batch if we know we're going to be out of town, but for the most part, it's a daily brain dump of ideas and daily film, daily edit, and post.
Try to get like
I'd
all
say
of our
daily,
real
Monday
estate
through
stuff.
Friday.
We try to get all of our real estate stuff done, like our transactions handled, and then we work around people's schedules in the afternoon versus showing and stuff. Like people are going and doing showings and stuff. It's like, okay, well, if Cody's going to be gone from 3 to 5, then like, Spencer and Ryan or Spencer and Kurt can make this video or can work on this video. So me and Ryan do more. Ryan does most of the editing, and me and him kind of do like more of the directing, I guess you could say. But like, so we try to have one of us there for the.
I just do what I'm told.
And do you publish the same video to TikTok, to Instagram, to Facebook, to YouTube Shorts, or are you doing different edits for each? Okay.
Sometimes there's a slight variation. I've noticed, I don't have any say in this. I've just noticed that Ryan will choose depending on the video. Sometimes he'll put one version on TikTok and a different version on Instagram. And these guys will both sometimes feel like some things just hit a little different on Instagram. So the humor might be a little differently received there. And so if it makes sense, they'll change it.
Instagram, you guys have probably found this, but Instagram's delayed, it seems like, on a lot of the trends. Like Instagram will just come like a month later, 2 months later. I feel like, and there's also just stuff that resonates on TikTok that just won't resonate on. So like sometimes if we make something, we're like, oh, we'll post it up on our TikTok and we'll just throw it on our stories on our Instagram just because we don't think it's going to work as well for that audience. I would say though, like probably 80 to 90% of the time we just post on those, both on all three platforms, the same video on all three platforms. We aren't, downloading so that we have the watermark. Obviously we just use the original video and upload it to those three different.
So you film it on your phone, then upload it individually.
Film it on our phone. Yeah, film it on our phone, and then Facebook. So Facebook and Instagram are owned, but obviously by the same company. So we upload to Instagram, and it'll just automatically populate onto Facebook. So, and then YouTube Shorts is a whole nother beast that we're slowly trying to figure out as well, along with everything else like reels and stuff like that.
Are you conscious about real estate content? Like, is there in that batch, like per week, are you like, okay, we need to do this amount of real estate, or not really?
Not really.
Not super conscious. We've talked about being conscious. It just haven't followed through.
Conscious about being conscious.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we should probably be conscious about this. That's the first step though, at least.
Yeah. That sounds like our meetings, right?
Yeah.
Not really. Again, like when we start pushing the referral stuff, not referral stuff, it's just like the real estate stuff, and we get the proper systems in place, we definitely will, I think, be more. We've talked about like the right amount, like what that is for us. Is it like once a week? Is it every other week? Just like reminding people. So we're in the process of kind of figuring that out and coming to an agreement. But again, we got to have the right systems in place before we really kind of like start to push it a little bit more.
Even just responding to comments, I feel like, because you have so many commenters that aren't in real estate or aren't real estate agents, just saying, hey, by the way, if you ever need a house in Sacramento, we're your guys, Yeah,
we definitely, as a group, like anybody who asks question in Northern California, like at all in our area, we keep a close eye on that stuff and come back and say, hey, let us know when you are ready, like when that time comes, and just remind people. So through the comments, we do for sure.
Is one of you specifically in charge of the Instagram, or are all four of you logged in, responding and posting stories? Like, is it free creative reign for everybody?
Not me.
What would you do?
Yeah, what do you say you do in the group?
Yeah. I just
wear a baby shirt. That's it.
I act here and there.
Yeah, I do want to say something about the acting and the dancing. You guys are good dancers. Kind of, it pisses me off a little bit because I'm just like, how could all four? How could all four or all three plus the dad all move like this? Like, is there a dance background here?
Go back to like our first like 10 videos. Like I look like an idiot. Like I'm not, like, definitely it was me, and everybody like our entire audience knew, which I think actually kind of helped a little bit. Like people just laughed.
They like him.
They laughed at me, and I just but it's fine, like I think a lot of people get hung up on just getting in front of the camera. Like people get, that's what we all were a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. But
I still am.
But you get more comfortable the more you do it. You just get more and more comfortable. But definitely not. He's actually pretty natural at dancing, to be honest. That's why he's still.
That's all I ever wanted in life, was to be a dancer. But
isn't it amazing how TikTok comes out, and now if you could dance a little bit, it could just help explode your brand. It just adds like an extra dynamic to your content. Like this was so non-existent before TikTok and Musical.ly, basically. Like, I mean, there was dance content out there, obviously, but just for dancers. Now, if you could just do a little move here and there.
Yeah,
we keep checking your guys' pages, but like, when are these guys going to start dancing?
Yeah, well,
I'm actually
going to see that.
Well, I've never showed it, but I'm pretty good.
There you go. I believe it.
Matt came to my wedding. I didn't see you on the dance floor. I saw you on the outskirts during Chava Nagila, and that was pretty much it.
I don't dance unless it's for the talk and I'm getting paid.
Only if you're getting paid.
Yeah. I mean, you'll be surprised when I do finally release the dance video. You'll be
Yeah,
surprised.
That would be epic if you were an incredible dancer. Actually, it just that's one thing. One day when Bam sells for $400 million and I could hire a private dance coach, that's one thing I've always wanted to be really good at. Just do like the robot or something.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, moonwalk. I've always wanted to be able to moonwalk. That's like the
Yeah, that'd be
sickest party
sick.
trick. Yeah,
I've
Yeah.
seen some pretty crazy good moonwalkers on TikTok, man.
I
Yeah,
know.
there's so many.
It's awesome.
it's ridiculous with some of these TikToks. Insane.
It
It
is.
is.
And just imagine if you're like super hot too, like
Yeah.
you're a guy or a girl. Like
Yeah.
it's just like not even
dominate.
fair. You just know kind of how to dance, and you're like super attractive. You're in.
Yeah.
I feel like-
50
I feel
million
like-
followers.
I feel
Yeah.
like that also applies to real estate though.
It certainly helps, I would say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That's why Eric's out of the business.
exactly. No one wanted to see my face on
Take-
vertical video, which is why I'm doing nonstop podcast. I am just going to start wearing a mask, I think.
Imagine. Yeah,
Like
I know.
just like dead mouse.
It is true though. I almost feel like if you're really attractive as a real estate agent and you're not successful, it's like, how shitty of an agent are you? Like it
Yeah.
feels like it's like a guarantee. You know?
These guys are
Right.
attractive.
Damn.
Do you guys? So you guys are married, not to each other, but you guys are both married.
Yeah. Everybody's married. Yeah.
Oh, you're all
Yeah.
married.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
all married. Yeah.
To each other.
got it. Perfect.
cool.
Nice
Sweet.
little
It's
quartet.
like Eric
there.
and I. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Matt and I are also
Yeah.
married.
Yeah. Read it and weep.
So did you? I don't have mine on, unfortunately. Same ring.
All right. Well,
Do you guys, before you got married,
Yeah.
or did you start posting while you were married, or did you marry one of your followers? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you guys are blowing up, so I'm just wondering, are any girls DMing? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, we get some weird DMs, but we were all married before we started
Nah,
doing real estate at
Okay.
all. So
yeah,
Oh.
it's
The
no fun.
most that's come out of any of those DMs is just how many you selling your feet pics yet?
no, but
Okay.
I would consider if I got the right offer. You know.
Yeah,
No,
25K for feet, 16 for open door. I think go with feet. For
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah. No. He married. Married my sister, and yeah, we're all married. We have kids.
Nice.
All of us except for Ryan. Ryan doesn't
Yeah,
have
Ryan
kids.
doesn't have any kids. Yeah.
Got it.
no, you all have kids. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than we can feed.
I thought that was a joke. He actually married your sister?
Yo, yeah.
No,
I married
no,
my
yeah.
sister. I'm a brother-in-law.
He
I'm not
is
a brother.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Got it. That's like the
This-
property
this-
brother-in-laws.
This is my brother-in-law.
Sometimes my jokes
Okay.
are pan like that. So
So-
that was truth.
I feel like people are gonna watch this and be like, "I am so confused. Who's North Valley?"
Yeah, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all have kids, you're married to each other's sisters, and you're just crushing content.
That sounds way
Sounds-
weirder.
That's
now that
awesome.
we- The way that
Accurate
you just put
summary.
that,
Very accurate.
wow.
Well, you
Yeah,
know.
that sounds great.
So
yeah.
what's next for the North Valley Property Group? What's the goal now? Is it to blow up the real estate business? Is it content? Both at once? Like, what do you guys have on the horizon here?
I think we'd really like to. I think we basically just want to get filthy rich as fast as
Okay.
possible. So that's the main
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
that's unique.
Cool.
we
Yeah.
we like the idea of not being tied, like with real estate traditionally you're very tied to a geographic location. We really like the idea of not being tied to somewhere so that we can just do a little bit more exploring. And so with that, we would really like to focus on doing more of the referrals on the real estate side, growing that business, and then continuing to grow the followers that we have on social media and doing more brand sponsorships and growing that. I think both of them we'd like. I think we would hope for greater growth in the social media side. And then it's super easy to keep your real estate license and do that. So I think we'll continue to do that as well.
Social
Yeah.
media, way more rewarding. I mean, you just the followers, the engagement. It's an immediate, trigger as opposed to real estate where you're waiting months, years for clients.
Yeah.
So
One other thing is like it's nice to be able to, and again, there's like it's obviously a lot of work, right? Content creation, coming up
That's-
with ideas, like
That's his sister that I married.
oh, nice. What's up?
Oh, hey.
Welcome.
just having a small.
She's just bringing me some lunch.
She's welcome to come on if she'd like.
Yeah, she can go. She's like, no,
She is-
thanks.
Yeah.
It's nice enough to bring him
Thanks,
lunch.
Janine.
Um,
See ya.
but I can't remember what I was saying.
I get distracted by her too.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
So yeah, the content creation. I got one more question about the monetization with TikTok. Do they pay creators like YouTube, AdSense, or anything like that? Because with the amount of millions of views you guys are you getting any money from TikTok at all?
Yeah, we get, so they have
minimal,
the
though.
TikTok creator fund. It's not
Right.
it's not anything like YouTube's algorithm for AdSense and stuff, that they pay way better. So I think we get, it's like, I want to say before I heard we did like $40
$40
per
per
million
million.
views or something close to that. So like you get something, doesn't amount to much.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it's been a while since I've run the math to see that or seen them show me the math, but
Yeah, I think it's pretty close to that. I mean, that's
they
what
have
TikTok is.
another one they're testing though. There's like another creator fund thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Well, you guys do. I've seen a couple of your lives. I've commented in a couple also, and you guys completely ignore me every single time. So
No
next time,
way.
every single. Well, I've been on like one, so and I made one comment.
Everyone.
Yeah, exactly. But you could get paid on lives, right? Like you could get like gifts and stuff.
Yeah,
Do people
Yeah, so
do people pay to ask questions, kind of like super chats?
I don't know. We haven't done lives.
Yeah,
in a while.
it's been a while since we've done any lives. Yeah, the lives are,
I don't
know, for us,
so
they're a little bit rough. But
I honestly
you
don't
can-
understand how the lives work because you get paid in like flowers and
Yeah.
I don't know what the rate the what's it called? The scale, not the scale.
You're talking about just
The
like
exchange rate. I don't know what the exchange rate
between,
is
like,
for a flower to a
flowers
penny
yeah.
and what it adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really. It's been a long time since we've done it. Like the lives, it's been a while since we've done it, and
We should do more though.
it's-
It was fun.
Yeah, it does pay a little bit. You can get people.
They are
paying you,
fun.
but, yeah,
I'm in Canada. I don't get any of the cool creator shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
they just
Canada's
completely.
they're slow to roll out all these updates
Mhm.
on like Instagram and TikTok in Canada. It's weird.
really.
Yeah, like he doesn't have the verification yet.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
No. Yeah.
Just come down south a
Fucking
little
guys.
bit.
I
yeah.
know.
Just move down here.
I wish it was like a
Exactly.
Netflix subscription where you could just.
So we don't have it either, but
Yeah, you can't do it with a group or with like a full page. Like the Broke Agent page can't get verified until I have like straight media or press or something like that. So,
yeah.
all right. So if you're listening to this, let's get you some referrals right now. Drop your contact information, your Instagram, let people know where they could find you, and let's get people moving over to Sacramento.
Here we go.
So just to clarify, we're north of Sacramento a couple hours. Chico's the
Okay,
city.
so not Sacramento. Yeah, Chico.
Yeah.
Just send them to the wrong area.
Yeah. So our we're at North Valley GRP is our
Yeah.
Instagram handle.
Couldn't
And
afford
pick-
NorthValleyGroup.com. So we're North
Right.
Valley GRP.
That's our website. North Valley GRP is our Instagram handle and Facebook. And TikTok.
Yep.
They're both the same. And if you're ever in Northern California, hit us up.
Or if you just want to buy anything anywhere, just let us know. We'll hook you up.
That's true.
We'll find an
Sweet.
agent. You can pay us a referral fee, keep us on business, keep us dancing.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Awesome.
Easy.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
It presents
Yeah. It's been
real.
nice to meet you guys.
Sweet.